Good morning, everybody. This is Chris Wilman in Whaley Bridge, calling out to all of you in internet land there. This is an update on the ever-changing, ever-developing crisis situation that we have here in Whaley Bridge over the past 5 days. Today is day 5. The crisis deepens, it changes all the time. Nothing is secure. People are becoming more and more fractious, and stress levels on all kind of levels are really dominating now the scene. I want to talk a little bit about stress, because not only is the dam at the end of my garden under huge stress still, the impacts physically and emotionally on the stress factors on people like myself living directly within the conflict zone, but also the people who have been evacuated out, dispersed all over the place, in relatives' homes, in bed and breakfast, in local hotels, anywhere. The impacts on these people, my village people, is astronomical, and there will be a price to pay for this stress factor. Already I know that my stress levels have gone really high. I've been helping out in all different kinds of ways, and very shortly after I've done this recording, I'm going to be going to Whaley Hall, just over the wall from me there, over there, to help out with taking delivery of a consignment of goods which I've helped to navigate direct people to, so that they can deliver goods and supplies, materials, food, drinks, biscuits, cakes, anything that the hundreds of personnel people over at working on that dam, on both sides of the dam, can eat, drink, rest, and entertain themselves while they're working these perilously hard shifts. I mean, it's just astronomical, the work that they're doing over there at the dam. It's unbelievable. Police forces, army, RAF personnel, emergency services, mountain rescue, fire service brigades, they're all being drafted in from all over the country. Our local services, they're working flat out, and they have to work in a rotational shift. Of course they do. They need downtime and rest. The effort that's been put into this unknown quantity, it's a conflict zone, it's a war zone. The only difference is with a war zone is there's no enemy here fighting a battle on the battlefield down below me. It's just the enemy water and the enemy sand and soil. Nothing else. There's no fighting, there's no falling out. But the people who live within conflict zones, places like Syria, places like all those war-torn efforts, the effects on people who have to live in a constant state of red alert, it has an impact. If anything, this will help us to see how it feels to be inside a conflict zone, where war is thrust upon you in a matter of hours. People have had to evacuate this village within a matter of minutes. They had no say in the matter. Some have been allowed back into their houses for 15 minutes to gather whatever they might need. More and more access points into the village have been cut off, and I've just received notification that the access road from my side of the village to Kettlezoom on the other side of the village, now that road has also fallen apart and broken. So to get to even my workplace in Buxton, I would have to plan a route which would take me nearly an hour to get to. Now, impacts of stress, sometimes it takes just one thing to break a camel's back. And this morning, my back was broken when a crass comment was made by somebody in my place of work, where I notified them to say that I just couldn't get into work today, where something was said, and it was so insensitive, cold and cruel, that I ended up breaking down and crying. People don't understand what it feels like to be here. No more they can understand what it feels like to be in the middle of Belfast in the times of conflict, in the middle of Syria, anywhere else. They can't understand until you're actually here. So this will help people to understand how it's feeling for us here in this humble little village in the middle of nowhere, which is in a crisis conflict zone, where people from all over the world, all the media attention, they're all battling in the centre of this conflict zone to resolve an issue on an unimaginable scale and unpredictable outcome. People have been advised, is going around the rounds as well, that potentially they won't be allowed back into their homes until the weekend. Nothing is known. This is just a totally unknown quantity, and this is what we have to live with on a total state of red alertness all the time. We just don't know what's happening, and that's very disturbing, very stressful, and it has an emotional impact as well. I'm just going to grab a bit of lunch now, and then I'm going to make my way up Whaley Lane to the back of Whaley Hall and see what help I can give for the rest of the afternoon. Bye for now.